Rob, are you here? Andrew?
This is Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Rob, are you here? Rob, are you here? No. I see Rob's phone number on here, but he's not answering. He seems to be muted, John, or whoever's running. John, you running the meeting?
Yes.
Rob's number is listed. I see it on here as a phone, but he's not answering or,
Rob, can you try to unmute yourself?
You may have to hit *6, Kyle.
Let me see here.
Okay, am I unmuted now?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Rob. So we have 6 commissioners here. Joanne will not be able to make the meeting tonight, so we're going to begin. First of all, Happy New Year to you all. 2021, here we go. Welcome to the Monday, January 4th, 2021 meeting of the Elizabeth Forward Township of Commissioners. We all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's begin. First of all, we're going to open this meeting with a little bit of reorganization. Our president and vice president's position on this board. In a moment, I'll be asking for a motion for president. But I want to tell you all, it's been a pleasure working with the township this year. I learned so much about municipal government from each and every one of you. And I do mean that, each and every one of you. I can't tell you how enthused it has made me, and I'm resigning from this, well, stepping down from this position for selfish reasons, because as you can all figure, this takes a lot of time. I really feel strongly that each and every commissioner should at some point experience the presidency of this board. It is enlightening and educational. To that extent, I'd like to accept a motion to nominate a new president.
I'd like to nominate Bart Rocco for president.
A second. Roll call, please. Oh, we didn't do a roll call to begin the meeting, did we?
No.
All right, we're going to stop that motion for just a second. We have a roll call for attendance of the commissioners.
Okay, Commissioner Rocco,
Present.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Here.
Commissioner, do I have to call Joanne's name if she's not here? No, okay,
Yeah.
well, she's not here. Commissioner Algieri,
Rich, you're muted.
You're
How
muted.
about now? How about now?
Good.
good.
Okay, I'm here.
Commissioner Roderick,
Here.
and Commissioner Poirier,
Here.
and President Walk.
Here. Okay, back to the motion to appoint Dr. Bart Rocco as president of the board. We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Commissioner Rocco,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
and President Walk.
Yes. I'll do the second motion I'd like to ask for a motion to accept the position of Vice President.
I'll nominate Dan Poyer.
I'll second.
Roll call.
President Rocco,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
and Commissioner Walk.
Yes. Before I step down, Greg, is going to get a little bit confusing, but I'm the number 2 position on that list after 1. Who do you call first?
Me.
Mr. Rocco.
So you're going to switch them. This time I'd like to pass the baton to Dr. Rocco.
Thanks, Dr. Walk. I appreciate it. And two, I know that this is a lot of work, and I hope I can fill your shoes. Although after discussing some of these things with you, it certainly is I said a lot of work. And again, but I think I speak for all members of the board that we appreciate your tireless effort in moving the township forward. And again, like I said, I hope I can live up to the expectations that I know you set for yourself. So thank you again. And I'm sure I'll be leaning on you to assist.
Thank you, Bart.
Thank you. Okay, so our first item here is to appoint the Township Emergency Management Coordinator. So I need a motion to reappoint Damian Michaels as the Emergency Management Coordinator.
So moved.
Dan,
Second.
second, Rob. Any discussion on that motion? Do we need a roll call on these matter? Can I do these? I can do these in consent motion, correct? You were muted, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can, Bart. You can just do, you don't need a roll call on those.
Good, thank you. Can I have so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Our second motion is accept a motion to appoint John Walter Jr., William Greenewald, and John Snelson as deputy coordinators. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Motion.
And second, motion by Kyle Walk, second by Rob Roderick. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. I need accept a motion to appoint Kyle Walk to the Shaycog Board of Directors Administrative Committee representing Elizabeth Township. See, Kyle, wasn't too long that I leaned on you to do something. So we're going to appoint, actually reappoint you to that position. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Rob, Roderick, a second.
Second.
Second, thank you, Mr. Jury. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Congratulations, Kyle. We need to accept the motion to appoint Andrew Kuzma as the alternate to the Shaycog Board of Directors Administrative Committee representing Elizabeth Township. Can I have a motion, please, for that?
So moved.
Dan Poirier.
Second.
Second, Rob. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we have committee reports. I think these are not identified on the specific agenda, but let's first have the police report, if we could have that. Is that, Chief, are you on there with us today?
I am, yes. So I've only two things to add other than what's included in my monthly report. So we got the quote for the Boston Bridge intersection for the LPRs. It comes in at, I think it was $13,188. So that's something that I believe we should proceed forward with. Hopefully we can get on next month's agenda. If
Okay.
anybody has any questions, they can ask me that. Then the second thing, I just got these numbers in today, this afternoon, so I wasn't able to get them included in my packet. So overall, from 2019 to 2020, the crime rate is down 25% through the township. So that's just something I want to make everybody aware of.
Thanks. That's great report there, that's for sure. Anyone have any comments or questions about I know as far as the cameras, Chief, is there a possibility we can look at maybe talking about the cameras at Weigel Hills Road as well and see if we can maybe do both of those at the same time if possible?
We're waiting for the company to actually do a physical inspection of that intersection to check those cameras see if they can function properly with them being out of service for so long. But on that, we're going to hopefully split the cost with Forward Township 50-50 with that, since half of the intersection belongs to them and half of it belongs to us. So I've already talked to Chief Stouffer. They're in agreement with it.
Great.
So once we get the final quote, we'll be able to work something out with them.
Thank you. I think that we're all in agreement with the board to try to move on that for our February meeting. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, do you mind if I ask a question?
Pardon me, is that Andrew?
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Chairman?
Sure. Go ahead, Andrew.
Chief, I went over to the police station about a week ago because I had an issue in my ward. And I know that this is very minuscule and very minor, but it was brought to my attention that the refrigerator that the police officers use in their station is not functioning, and we need to get a new one. Would it be possible to get moving on that and ordering a new one for our police department?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, are you giving?
Directed to Chief or?
I'm sorry. That was directed to the board. You know, would the board be okay with authorizing the chief to purchase a new refrigerator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chief, if you need it. I mean,
If it's broke.
I mean, it hasn't worked since I think 2019. I think is when it quit working.
okay. I think you should look at getting some quotes or prices for that to replace that.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Code enforcement, any report?
I really have nothing right now. I'll be compiling a year-end report to submit to you next month.
Thank you. KLH? John?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to add to my written report, we had our job meetings today with 2 contractors. The township representatives were there along with myself and the contractor. Progress is moving a little bit ahead of schedule. I think on the report we had that there was 2,300 lineal feet of pipe put in by Petrakis. It's now 6,800. Paris had 41. As of today, there's 9,000. So they're moving along pretty well. As far as the pump stations, we advertised them in the trade magazine. I shouldn't say trade magazine, but with the trade organization, Dodge and Builders Exchange. Due to the municipal planning code requirements, you can't advertise a project. I believe it's more than 45 days before the actual bid opening. So I sent all that information over to Greg, and we'll be advertising that in the actual newspaper here shortly. So that's moving along. We have been meeting with Penvest. We have another Penvest call scheduled for March 3rd. And the pre-bid meetings and bid opening dates and award dates are still as we presented. That's all I have on my report, Mr. President, unless there are any questions.
I have no questions. Thanks, Mr. Mallory. Any questions from any of the commissioners?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks again. Sanitary Authority? Is anyone on from that, Greg?
Yulia? Dennis, are you here?
He did send a report later in the day. I don't know if you received it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did receive it.
He
So,
must not be on the call.
okay.
I'm here. I guess I was muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry for the delay.
No problem.
Yeah, in addition to our written report, just a few highlights. So we treated 43 million gallons of sewage in the month of December with an average flow of 1.4 million gallons. So that's a good number where the plant is nice and happy at that average daily flow. We disposed of 192 gallons of thickened sludge to McKeesport. And to date, and we don't have all of the analytical in, but so far everything is in compliance for the month of December. So I can address any questions that anyone may have on the report.
any of the commissioners have any questions for the sanitary report? Okay,
No.
I think we're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Greg, do we have any citizens to address any agenda items tonight?
Yes, we have one citizen, Ted Grice, to address motion number 11 on the agenda.
Okay.
Ted, if you're ready to speak. Oh, there you
Mr.
go.
Grice, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations.
I don't know whether that's congratulations. I'm not sure, but thanks.
Okay. So my question is basically what is the details behind all of this? What is the implications of it and so forth? I don't even know how to phrase the question before I get some background of even what it's all about.
So you had some questions about the groundwater environmental services. I'm going to let our solicitor address that if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Ted, I think the wording of that's a little bit confusing because it's permit, not permit. So we're not issuing any permits or doing anything like that. It's really what this is that Olympus is doing a baseline groundwater study for all areas within, I think it's 3,000 feet of the well sites. They do this every 12 months, I guess. When they haven't had one for 12 months, they do a new one. And the township owns 2 parcels that are within that zone. So even me, myself, as a landowner, I received the same form that the township's going to execute, asking if I want to have my baseline base water tested on my property. So it's just in case anybody within the past 12 months has dug new wells or has any sort of new water issues where they want to have that baseline tested so that they know that their water, water is safe and what the levels are. So that's what it is. Again, it's only because the township owns 2 parcels that are within that zone. So, and we have done this previously, but they're doing it again because all of those are more than 12 months old. So they're just doing them again in anticipation of upcoming activity, obviously.
So what was the distance that you said? I mean,
I think it's 3,000.
It's 2,500. I have it in front of me.
2,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I? Well,
no, it said I got an email regarding it saying they go even further. DEP requires 2,500.
Right.
They do a 3,100. So
That's
they're
correct.
doing it within 3,100.
okay. I also had a question that was non-agenda later on. And how does this work? Like during the minutes that you just read off in different reports and so forth, some things were said. Is there some way to, in the later on, ask questions about what that really meant?
Sure, I think you could do that at the end. If you have, did you submit? I mean, I think so, Matt, right?
Yeah,
If it's
citizens
something
would-
that's on the agenda, he should do it now. If you have a question,
Well, the thing about my question was about the traffic, the traffic cameras,
Traffic cameras.
which
We're not doing anything with that, but go ask your question, Ted.
Well, my question is like, what all would that, what kind of information would that record and how would it be processed or whatever?
Chief Simbo, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, so it's recorded on a server that whatever municipality pays membership to this PCS group can access all the information on a server. So it'll access any plate. It'll read all the plates, actual make and model and color of cars. If you have a certain bumper sticker, like an EF Warriors bumper sticker, you could type in the search engine EF Warriors. It'll pull up any car at that intersection that came through with that. We've actually done it with our canine, Elizabeth Township canine, to do a search and see whatever intersection he travels through. But we use it mainly for stolen vehicles used in crimes. So in Boston, if there were to be a crime, say the BP down on Smithfield Street were to be robbed, and we were to get a description, it was a blue Tacoma pickup truck, and we had an actual time frame of when the vehicle left the gas station. We're able to go back and search that information through that time and be able to pull up a plate or a better description, or even actually might be able to see a picture of the driver. So we're able to track if it goes into, say, McKeesport got a whole bunch of them, cameras on almost every intersection over there. I think there's like 350 total cameras throughout Allegheny County, Butler County, soon to be Mercer County, and I think Washington even. But we're able to look at all those cameras there for if your vehicle's stolen from your house, we're able to track it if it leaves the county. So that's what we're looking to get.
All right, thank you.
Did I answer your question, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Ted, in case you missed it, there's also cameras that were currently at the bottom of Wiggles Hill on 51, and they are not active, and we're going to re-up those too. That's with Forward Township splitting that cost.
Okay, thank you.
Greg, was there any other questions regarding the agenda items for?
No further questions.
Okay. We're going to go to ordinances, and these are going to be advertisements. So, Mr. Rakunas, make sure I can do this, but we're going to make a motion to advertise a ordinance for residential solar energy use. Would that be correct on that, Mr. Rakunas?
Yes.
This is just an advertisement, so I'm making a motion. I need a motion to advertise and a second, please.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I need a motion to advertise for electing to amend the Elizabeth Township Police Pension Plan administered by the Pennsylvania Retirement Municipal System. So I need a motion to advertise for that, please.
So moved.
Kyle,
Second.
second Rob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion passes. I need a motion to advertise for one vacancy I think it's one vacancy for the Planning Commission. Is that correct, Mr. Snelson?
Yes.
I need a motion to advertise for that.
So moved.
Dan?
Second.
Second, Rob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion passes. And I need a motion to advertise for one position for the zoning committee. I need a motion for that, please.
So moved.
Kyle, second.
Second.
Second, Dan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we're going to move now to items for consideration. I need a motion to approve the committee.
Items for discussion.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
Before we move on,
Go ahead.
yeah, John just brought to my attention. I think the solar may be amending our zoning ordinance. Is that right? I didn't do it as a standalone, right, John? Did I do it?
It's amending our zoning, I believe.
Okay, so we'll have to set a public hearing. So can we set the public hearing for 6:45 on February, when's our next meeting? February 1st.
Okay.
Can you get a motion on that?
Should I amend that motion, Matt?
Just make that motion, Bart. Just make the motion to set the public hearing.
Okay, if we could make a motion to set the public hearing for February 1st at 6:45 for these residential solar motion. So I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Kyle, second.
Second.
Thanks, Rich. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes. Items for discussion. I just like to, I know I have one item. I know we've been working on the comprehensive plan. That's moving along quite nicely. I know Ted's on the call. I see a couple other folks that are on the committee, and I want to thank them for their work. And I know we're going to be moving to the phase to get some public input. But if you go to our website, there is an outline of the township, some of the work that they've been doing. I would highly recommend taking a look at it on the website. We're going to try to make it a little bit more pronounced on that site. And I want to thank Greg Butler for his work, and also Jessica Grunland for helping us out on the website work. But take a look at it. I think we've done some really some fine work there, and thank the committee. Some of the folks, I see Russell Verbanik's on, some of the folks that have helped out with that. So take a look at that. That's the only thing I have for discussion. Anyone else have anything for discussion? Okay. I need a motion to approve the commissioners' meeting minutes dated December 7th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Rich, a second by Dan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Now we will get a roll call on this one. I need a motion to approve the general fund warrant dated January 4th, 2021 in the amount of $447,001.77. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Kyle Walk, second.
Second.
Dan, any discussion? Roll call, Greg, please.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
and President Rocco.
Yes, that motion passes. I need a motion to approve the sanitary fund bill warrant dated January 4th, 2021, $204,018.88. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Rob, second. Kyle?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Mr. Butler.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Motion passes. I need a motion to approve the sanitary bond requisition number 80 in the amount of $1,556,000, $1,556,100.58. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Rich Algieri. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Motion passes. Number 5, motion to approve the continued use of Northwest Savings Bank as the township depositories. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
I'll walk second.
Second.
Thanks, Mr. Algieri. Any discussion on that? Let's do a roll call on that, please, Dan, Greg.
Okay, Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Number 6, motion to approve the exoneration of the tax collector of delinquent real estate taxes retroactive to December 31st, 2020. I need a motion.
So moved.
Rob, second by Kyle. Any discussion on that?
That's an interesting one, Matt. Why don't you give the board a little discussion on that as to why that has to happen?
Yeah, this is a normal procedure for every municipality at year's end because this has to happen. You have to exonerate your current tax collector from any responsibilities, and then those delinquencies go to your delinquent tax collector. So again, it's part of the normal process of the year end in order to process those current taxes, making them delinquent, and then getting them in the hands of the delinquent tax collector for collection.
Thanks, Matt. Roll call, please, Greg.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Number 7, we need a motion to appoint Horner, Weibel, and Tarrant PC to perform the 2020 year-end audit of the Elizabeth Township funds, including sanitation in the amount of $14,850. That would be their fee for the audit. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Thanks, Dan. Second.
Second.
Thanks, Rich. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Mr. Butler.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Number 8, we need a motion to ratify the acceptance of Joel Whiteman's tendered resignation on December 11th, 2020 by the Board of Commissioners. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Algieri, second.
Second.
Second, Dan. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Number 9, we need a motion to hire Rudez Granite and Bronze to refurbish the Industry Veterans Memorial at an estimated cost of $9,480. Need a motion.
So moved.
Kuzma, thank you. Second?
Second.
Seconded.
Second, Dan, or Rich, sorry. Any discussion?
I'd like to point out that Commissioner Kuzma was influential in bringing this forward in his ward. It's well needed, and thanks for bringing our attention, Andrew.
No problem, and thank you all for supporting it.
Roll call, please, Mr. Butler.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Number 10, I need a motion to correct the required member uniform contributions as specified in section 4.02 of the 2019 document from 5% to 0% contribution rate. I need a motion.
I'll make it.
I'll walk. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Dan. Second. Discussion on this. I'm not certain. You want to maybe address this, Kyle, on this
I don't
one?
know that I can.
So if I may say something real quick, this is tied to the ordinance that we're going to advertise. So I was contacted by Pennsylvania Retirement Municipal System, and Joelle had submitted what's called an MMO worksheet, minimum municipal obligation worksheet, that stated there was a 5% employee contribution on the uniform pension plan, when in actuality in the contract it's a 0%. So the ordinance and this motion correct that. So perhaps this motion should wait until the ordinance is advertised and adopted.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Matt, should we just, how do we?
The person who made it just withdraw their motion. Who made that motion, board?
I'm not sure. Did Kyle make that motion?
Kyle did.
Kyle, yeah.
I'll withdraw my motion.
Withdraw the motion. Okay, and so we just pull that, and we'll once we have that amended advertising, we'll address that.
My apologies.
That's okay, no problem. Number 12, motion to purchase a 2008 Jeep Liberty from JWS.
I think you skipped 11, Bart.
I'm sorry. It's the one that we talked about, but that maybe that wasn't a reason I did that, but I was thinking of that word permit, but it's not permit. Motion to have groundwater environmental service to obtain water supply information and testing at the parcel ID 1413-E-00299 and parcel ID 1413-J00255 for Olympus Energy. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Rich, motion. Mr. Algieri, motion. Second.
A second.
Kyle, second. Any discussion on that? Okay, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Motion passes. Now motion 12. Motion to purchase a 2008 Jeep Liberty from JWS Deals on Wheels for $5,000 for use by the Township Emergency Management pending inspection by the Township Mechanic. Need a motion and a second, please.
I just wanted to bring up something. Greg and I have been working on this. Richie, the mechanic, he
Make the motion, Rich, and then we'll
Wait
discuss.
till there's a motion and second. Yep. Sorry.
oh, okay.
That's okay.
Okay, my
You wanna
apologies.
make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Rich makes a motion, second. Dan, discussion. Go ahead, Rich.
Apologize for that. Yeah, Greg and I have been working. Richie went and looked at that vehicle today, and he noticed like the oil and tranny pan's probably going to need replaced within a year, but that's a common problem for that make and model. But basically, he said it was a good buy. He researched what other vehicles similar to that vehicle were going for on the internet, and it actually come in lower. They originally wanted 8,100 and some odd change for that vehicle. JW Deals on Wheels brought that price down to 5,000 for us, being that we were using it for, emergency management. So he feels it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal. So I think it's a good move for a vehicle for Damien. It also has a class 3 hitch. The only concern that Richie brought up was, I don't know if he had to carry road signs or anything like that, that vehicle may not be sufficient for that, but I don't know what all his job entails. So if anybody could add to that, I would appreciate it.
John, can you have it?
All-wheel drive vehicle with a good price.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to carry a lot of stuff. I think the only issue that I could see on the vehicle could possibly an issue of mounting the light bar with the type of like full roof sunroof that it has. But it can probably be done.
Okay. We have a motion. We have a second. We have a roll call, please.
Sure. Commissioner Walk,
Yes.
Commissioner Kuzma,
Yes.
Commissioner Algieri,
Yes.
Commissioner Roderick,
Yes.
Commissioner Poyer,
Yes.
President Rocco.
Yes. Motion passes. Thanks, Rich, for your work on that too. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
On 13, we're going to pull that motion to adopt and adhere to First Class Township. We needed some additional information on that. So if there's not a problem from the commissioners, we'll put that on for February.
That's fine.
Also, I didn't announce at the beginning because of that change in order, but and I guess I'm sort of out of line on that, but I wanted to note in our minutes that we did have an executive session on Monday, December 28th at 10:15 and to discuss legal and personnel issues. And also on January 4th, that was tonight, we had an executive session as well prior to the meeting from 6 to 7, 6:55 to discuss litigation and personnel issues. So I forgot to do that. Mr. Butler, do we have any citizens to address non-agenda items tonight?
Yes, we do. We have 3. So we will start with Carol Daly. Carol, are you on the call?
Unmute, yes.
Okay.
All right. First of all, this is nothing personal against anybody. This is just some things that I think should be addressed. If you're adding to the agenda, just as a reminder that anything that's not written on agenda has to be open to the public for discussion. You added a few things and you didn't ask the public for any of their discussions. So just as a reminder for that. First, again, I'd like to ask again, why did Butler receive full-time COVID pay when he was working as a part-timer? I had to file a right to know for his schedule and why he was being paid at times as a full-timer. The township does risk a lawsuit as he could sue for full-time benefits if he's not already receiving them. Also, what in the part-time job description qualifies Butler for the office manager? It's not the person that has the job, it's the job description. And is there a question why Jamie wasn't made interim? This wasn't a lateral move, you have to understand, and why wasn't it up for bid? I'd like to know who, I'd like for you to clarify who exactly was hired for clerk of works, because you have here motion to retain Maxim Construction, which is spelled incorrectly, and Dave Masiosi. So is it both of them? Is this 2 separate paychecks, or is it just Dave Masiosi? Also, I want to remind you that there's a federal lawsuit filed against Maxim Corporation. Here you have Maxim Construction. So I think you better look at that federal lawsuit. how many hours has this person worked, and out of what bundle of money is this person being paid from? Is this being duplicated? I mean, how many people do we have working on this site here? Who's babysitting it? Who? You know, this is getting out of hand on how much money is being paid. Photos from the site show one guy and a backhoe. So how many people are working on this thing? You have a budget for code officers for 130,000. Is that including benefits? And just a reminder, this isn't Upper St. Clair or Ingram. We don't need two code officers. You're not building hospitals or malls or anything big like that. I'd like to see the commissioners get a salary, though. I'd like to know if you're going to be hiring a township manager. And boy, it would be nice if they lived here, because I don't appreciate somebody from the outside telling me how to run the township. I do not want any tax incentives for anybody building in this township. We don't need it. People want to live here, they can pay the taxes.
All right.
That's
Carol,
getting
the 3
crazy.
3 minutes is up. Thank you.
Greg?
Go ahead,
Okay,
Greg.
continue. Our next resident is Stephen Denk. He didn't specify what non-agenda item he wants to discuss, but Stephen?
Hello, Happy New Year, everyone. Congratulations, Bart. Hope you take on Kyle's. Kyle, you're wonderful. Thanks for all you did last year. John, I just wanted to ask you where we were as far as township rules and regulations on what we can do. Again, this is something I've been asking for over a year now, as far as what people are allowed to park in their driveways, construction trailers, cars, such. And how many fines have been handed out? And I know you can't say who and where, but have you been on top of this? And what are we doing to make this better? Where is this at as far as being down on paper and changing it in township bylaws and rules?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. We are working at crafting a new ordinance that will address all this. We haven't completed it yet because we're still making sure we're pulling everything to get it all under one section, because right now it's kind of convoluted, and parts are in mobile home parks, parts are in parking, and we're just trying to get it all under one section that we have been working on it. Hopefully before too long, we can get a draft before the commissioners.
Okay, is there something in there that includes like construction trailers that maybe aren't moved on a daily basis for actual work and are there for containment purposes only?
Nothing specifically right now, but we're looking at not just addressing construction trailers, but I mean, all types of trailers, whether it be boat trailers, campers, you know, commercial vehicles. Okay,
that's fine. Andrew, I had a question for you about Chapel Drive. The $70 that the township received for the dog park, is that still moving forward? I see a bunch of township vehicles going up there, dropping asphalt or dropping rock and stuff. Is there something moving going on up there, or is it they just using it for storage, the parking lot right now?
So that was Phil that was brought up when they dug out for the salt shed.
Okay.
That's all. That's it.
Okay, so nothing has moved forward as far as what's going on for Chapel Drive?
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, that dog park, I believe that at least the commissioners that I talked to are in favor of moving forward with it. It was engineered and it was supposed to be done earlier this year, but because of COVID and because of the comprehensive plan, the board decided to postpone it. The comprehensive plan is basically going to dictate everything that happens in this township after it's completed. So as soon as that's done, we're going to move forward with it. But the $70,000 is still in the dog park fund, and that money is still allocated for that project.
Just one more comment. Carol, I really appreciate everything you bring to the table on these meetings, but I can't disagree with you more about the taxes that people are given a break if you build in the township. If you look around, there's a lot of property here that people have not been buying, and no one's moving here to the township. So we do have to do something going forward to get people to move here, to build up the schools, because we're going to need the income here pretty shortly when it comes to upgrading, because we're starting to get behind the township. That's all I had. Thank you very much.
Mr. Butler.
One more resident, Ted Grice.
So thank you. I had a question sitting there based upon the comprehensive plan that was out there and the fact that, so Bart, I appreciate how you said at the beginning there to go ahead and promote that and so forth. Yeah. My question is in this setting, because I know that there were some monies that were set aside for doing PR basically and that kind of thing set up in a meeting. Is there any way to get, I don't know the cost involved or something, but like in this meeting, we have 25 people right now, and there's like 13 of them are township people who have direct need to be here. So we're having very limited public involvement due to how COVID is going and so forth with like, you know, there is no library. The offices are closed, so people can't go in the township. And like normally where you go pay a bill, you would see something on the table and you can pick it up and informational things. And there's just less in this environment, there's less chances for people to know what in the world's going on around them. So I don't know the cost of like doing mailers out for postcards out there to advertise that or so forth, or to go through something that basically puts it out there in the people's understanding that it's there in such a way that we can get the public feedback that I think everyone wants to have.
I appreciate that, Ted, and I think you're right. And I think as we move forward, obviously looking at having someone manage that and produce a document of some kind that really outlines what we're doing, more importantly, promotes. I mean, just tonight, speaking, you know, if you hear the chief talk about, you know, 25% reduction in crime, I mean, that's important information that, you know, people need to hear that we're doing great stuff. We have an awesome group of officers there supporting the safety of our community. Those are the kinds of things we do need to promote, and hopefully we'll be able to do that going forward. But I don't disagree with you. I think it's just one of those things. I think, you know, you look at from that 30,000 foot view, things that we need to really work on doing a better job at. And not only, you're right, you know, COVID has obviously impacted individuals' ability to engage and get involved. And hopefully, we're at a point now that everyone's kind of comfortable with technology, but still nothing like being in person. So hopefully moving forward, we'll be able to address those. And I appreciate your insight on that.
So I didn't know if there was any way to get like, you know, some postcard or something that is.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. And I think in talking to Carolyn from the comprehensive plan team, that was something we talked about. So we'll work with that.
Okay. Well, I was just wanting to put it in this environment because you guys would be the ones to dictate money spent and so forth. So I just wanted, you know, I'm not trying to circumvent the system.
That's okay. No, appreciate your comment.
Well, Ted, the money's been budgeted for this comprehensive plan, and the public outreach phase of the comprehensive plan is about to begin. And I believe, you know, you were on the comprehensive plan for Rostraver. Did you do mailings in Rostraver, direct mailings?
So I was on. I did the school, and I was not with Rostraver Townships.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but since we are moving into that phase of the comprehensive plan, I'm sure that you'll be in on those discussions here very soon as to how to communicate with residents, because it's the most important part of this whole deal.
I understand that. I was just, why I was bringing that up is like, you guys are the financial part of how that goes. Like when we're having the meetings in the comprehensive plan, we can decide how to do it. I was just wondering, you know, what you guys are looking at finance wise, of ability wise, of where we're at type of deal. That was what the question.
I think Commissioner Roderick I think he said the other day he was going to pay for all of that.
Okay, right? That's good. Good. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you.
Mr. Butler, do we have any other citizens' comments?
No, we don't.
Okay. I'd like to have, just end by saying, again, I'd like to extend the congratulations and thanks to Kyle for all his work. And really appreciate the work, Kyle. And appreciate the support of the board commissioners tonight. So can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
So moved.
Second, all those. in
Second.
Aye, aye.
Aye.
Happy New Year and see you in a few. Have a great one. Good night now.